What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide. Welcome to episode 3 of the VHS Graveyard. Today's theme is Gore-Fest. So I picked two movies off the shelf that I thought fit that category rather snugly. So the first movie's from 1992. It's directed by Peter Jackson. We've got Dead Alive, also known as Brain Dead. Now, this is a movie that has always been in my fucking mind because that little tiny image right there of the head coming out of the chick's mouth, scanning my dad's VHS tape collection when I was a kid, and just seeing that. One movie I talk about that I should do a video on, I think I did do a review of it, Alice Sweet Alice. When I would sleep at my grandparents' house, I would sleep in my uncle's old room, and all of his tapes were in there, and the fucking Alice Sweet Alice VHS spine had like a doll's face and like a knife. Freaked me the fuck out. I always turned it when I was a kid. And later on in life, I was like, did you ever notice that movie was always turned? And he was like, yeah, I did, actually. And I said, yeah, it's because it fucking haunted me in a rather satanic fashion as a young kid. But Dead Alive is a tremendous film, probably as low budget as it gets. And what they turned out is nothing short of spectacular. This movie is chock full of some of the best gore effects that you could possibly see, practical. There's right off the bat, like that little rat monkey. I always remember the little rat monkey. And as I'm looking at this tape, it's put out by Vidmark Entertainment, and I'm pretty sure they put out my copy of Leprechaun as well. So really dope stuff. Of course, it's rewound because I'm not a savage. But the thing is with this type of movie is it's like, it's a horror film, but it's also a comedy, but it's not pushing it in your face. And I always talk about Evil Dead 2. Like when I was a kid, Evil Dead 2 wasn't funny to me. It was scary as fuck. Same with this flick. But then as you get a little bit older, it lightens up after you sort of have dipped your toes in like Fulci territory and shit like that. This is sort of child's play at that point. But really good flick, man. Really good. The lawnmower scene at the end sticks out. There's a really disgusting scene where they're sitting around eating like custard. And our main character's mother, who's been infected by this fucking rat monkey thing, she ends up like squirting pus in like a garbage pail fucking kid card, man. Like squirting the pus into the custardy dessert, and Buddy's eating it. It's so nasty, so kaif. And there's like this total perverted uncle that comes along when the mother's dead, and he wants to take over. But you got everything from kung fu priests in this movie to dead fucking punks, and an ending that you can never forget. So Dead Alive, definitely worth your time. The next movie on the list here, I've actually got two copies of this, and I'll bust them out, why not, without making a fucking mess. We've got Lamberto Bava's Demons. So the son of Mario Bava put out a couple of really good horror films. Another one that stands out to me is called Macabre. But Demons right here, this is a phenomenal tape. And the story behind these is I actually picked one of them up, I believe, from a thrift store in town. But another copy, I think it was this copy, I picked up from a thrift store out of town. So here's the scoop. Okay, I was hanging out at my buddy's house, and my buddy we were at Bear's house, my buddy Bear's house, with another friend, Cody. I get a call from my mom. Hey, there's all these horror movies out here. I'll send you a photo. She sends me a photo of Demons. I go, me and my boys, we fly out of town. I picked up like 30 films. So I got like Terror Train, Ghoulies 2, Graduation Day, Night of the Creeps, Food of the Gods, The Funhouse. Tons of really choice titles for like 25 cents a piece, That was my last major score, but Demons, really fun movie. It takes place in a movie theater, which is something you don't see too much. I think there was an anthology film called what the hell was it called? Chillerama. I want to say, oh, there it is right there. Yeah, so this movie right here called Chillerama, I believe, takes place in a movie theater. And I know I got one other flick that takes place, but this is the one that when I think of, other than like King Kong in like the actual theater, like this is the one that is, and it's a fucking gore fest, dude. Like starts off with this chick who's being followed, basically ends up getting this ticket to go see this movie, takes her friend, and the movie basically comes alive via the blood being infected. Like there's this mask, like this really badass metal mask that when blood gets on it, basically what happens in the movie comes out of the movie and starts wreaking havoc. There's a lot of really good effects, like that chick Greta, like her scene in the bathroom, absolutely love that. I love the pimp guy in this thing. I love, you know, like the movie that they're watching about, like, you know, these kids that break into some place and they find like Nostradamus's gravestone, I believe, but they end up finding like the demon's teeth, and you know, blood gets on the demons. It's fucking awesome. Like, this movie is a must watch. There's a sequel as well, which I've got. Actually, I have it on tape as well. I'm not going to pull it out, because if I pull this fucking thing out, everything on top is going to go down, and that's going to be a problem. So, Lamberto Bava's Demons, phenomenal film. So, I think this was a worthy Gore-Fest double feature recommendation for sure, man. Like, you can't go wrong. Like, this is the guy that later on made Lord of the fucking Rings, okay? He made a cheeser, and it's great. So, with that being said, I appreciate everybody for watching. I want to let everybody know that I have a zine called Cinema 187. The 6th issue is currently in print. All satanic horror films. There's a 36-page comic in here that I did called Vomit Coffin, which is an Evil Dead ripoff. There's 34 contributing artists in total. You know, highly recommend checking this out while it's still in print. So with that being said, 666, adios. See you next week for episode 4 of the VHS Graveyard.